All right, PB Poppers, I'm so excited for this video. This is gonna be one of the funnest cups that we've ever had, for sure. There is so much different things to think about, different strategies to try to come up with, and it's all surrounded around what starter you want to pick. We've got a lot of good ones to choose from. You got Swampert, you got Charizard, Blaziken, Venusaur is #1 on the list. You got, and those are pretty much the top 4, to be honest with you. If you look over on the left there, you're going to see all the restricted types: fighting, flying. And steel, you can actually have workarounds. Fighting, you have Blaziken, and you have what's the other one? Infernape. And then you have flying, you have Charizard, and for steel, you have Empoleon. Empoleon's not that great in this cup though, so let's avoid that. Here is what the meta looks like. You got your Dragonair on top, and you got your Dragonair killer on the side there, Lapras. All right, those are going to be your 2 main boys. That's pretty much what this cup is centered around, right? All right, so now you have to choose, what are you going to bring to support these guys, right? I think that Charizard can kind of be replaced by Ninetales. I think that Venusaur could definitely be replaced by Victory Bell. Swampert might even be able to be replaced by, Quagsire or Whiscash. But, this Lapras is going to give a lot of people trouble. Look at these arrows. Lapras points to all of the groups. That's insane. And the real counter to Lapras right now is going to be Blaziken. And I know Blaziken's got a lot of counters on its own, but I think if you're going to bring a hard counter, something that, that you can only bring one of, you can only bring one of these starters, I'm kind of leaning towards Blaziken. I haven't gotten mine ready yet. I'm going to be waiting for Community Day. I got one, ready and waiting to be evolved. But yeah, I'm thinking Blaziken. So we're going to go ahead and switch over to the team building guide and kind of take a look at where these placements are going to be coming in. So like I said, I'm going to be looking to cover the ice and the grass, right? That's going to be your Lapras. So that's going to be this middle slot right here with the Charizard and the Blaziken on the top there. And then as you see, we're going to have different groups. We're going to have your grass group, your Mudboy group, your rock and water group. That's going to be great for knocking down the fire types, right? You have your poison group. That's going to be great for knocking out the grass types. Then you have your fires, your ice, and your dragon, right? Your dragon's going to be your starter killers. You got your ice there to kill your dragons. You got your fire there to kill your grass, right? You see it all there. So, yeah. So for the dragon, I'm going to be picking Dragonair, right? For the ice, I'm going to be going for Lapras because I have 2 really good for Lapras and Dragonair. I have them really high up on the list. So let's get rid of all the excess stuff on top and let's get down to the brass tacks here. So for my #1 spot, right, I'm going to be picking Blaziken. #2 spot, I'm going to be going for Victory Bell with that Razor Leaf, maybe even Acid Spray, and then that Leaf Blade super quick. So that's going to be just an annihilator. You throw an Acid Spray on the end, man, that's so good. And you got in the middle group there, either Quagsire or Whiscash, still playing around with it. It's still early, right, guys? Still just got to play around with a couple of things. For the 4th spot, I'm actually thinking Poison more than Rock and Water, right? So Poison group, I like Venomoth a lot. I have a Bug Bite Venomoth, but I think actually Confusion is going to be the way to go in this cup. And then we've already got our fire type with Blaziken, because he's going to have counter and blast burn, and I haven't decided on the second move yet. And then you got your ice and your dragon type, Lapras and Dragonair. Dragonair with Dragon Breath and Aqua Tail is going to be awesome. And then it's up to you whether you want to bring the return for nice neutral coverage across the board, or bring that Dragon Breath for a good smackdown to the other dragons, you know, and just a great neutral finishing move. I actually might go for the Dragon Breath route because, you know, Aqua Tail is already a 35 energy move, so Return isn't really going to be there to, you know, help to bait anything. The only thing Return would help for would be the water matchups, and I think you already win most of those anyways. I personally don't think that I'm going to need a rock or water type because, you know, I'm bringing, you know, either that Wish Cache that I might have a water move on there, or really I got, you know, you got Quagsire with Stone Edge. That's super, you know, be easily take out any fire type. So yeah, I think we're going to be good there. Now on these upcoming matches, I actually don't have my Blaziken ready, right? I already told you that. So I'm thinking about bringing Ivysaur, which would be another great option. You know, Venusaur is cool, but Ivysaur with Return can actually beat Venusaur, which is pretty cool, right? And then it's a bulky little guy, right? I was playing with it, and we're going to see some matches coming up pretty soon here. And it just does a lot of work, right? The other thing I've been hearing a lot is Ninetales with Legacy Flamethrower is going to be super comparable to Charizard, right? So if you do want to go with, say, you know, the grass category, say, and you want to pick the Ivysaur or the Venusaur, and you need another good, you know, fire type, that Ninetales can definitely fill that role for you. All right, so we're going to get into some matchups here. We can do some awesome matchups with Ivysaur as my starter, and let's see what happens. We got Dragonair, Ivysaur, and Lapras going into Dragonair, Victory Bell, and Kingdra. Dragonair is going to start off against each other, and let's see what happens with the mirror match here. So I'm running Aqua Tail Dragon Breath. I believe he's doing the same. Oh, no, he's got Return. That's right. But Aqua Tail just did work. You see that? He let that through. Man, did that do work. Return comes through, but I actually kill him first, which is interesting. So check out these switches and how much damage that we're doing. So he switches out of his Kingdra into a Victory Bell. Both of us are doing super effective damage. I switch into my Ivysaur. We go back down to 5 damage and 4 damage a turn. But that was really cool. He was doing 17 damage per 2 turns. I was doing 13 damage per 3 turns. So he would have definitely killed the crap out of me. I'm throwing a Return here. Gonna get rid of that Victory Bell. In comes his Kingdra, trying to Dragon Breath me down. Man, those Dragon Breaths are amazing, man. 4 damage per 1 turn, so that would be 8 damage for every move I do, which is pretty cool. But I'm actually able to get rid of him, and I do win that one. In the next round here, I'm going to be bringing my Lapras, Ivysaur, and Venomoth into his Kingdra, Blaziken, and Raichu. Raichu, his is going to be having the Charm variant, and here we go. I've got Lapras into Raichu, and he switches out immediately into Kingdra here. And I throw an Ice Beam since I had the energy from when he had his Raichu in. And we are just going tit for tat, tit for tat. And yeah, man, he throws an Outrage, which I do block. We're matching shields here back to back. I bring in my Ivysaur with Razor Leaf. And he throws another Outrage, which I go ahead and shield. Man, those Outrages look like one-hit killers, huh? In comes his Blaziken against my Ivysaur, trying to throw that fire damage. I hit him with the Return, get his last shield. Both shields are down for both players, and in comes a Blaze Kick. And I get killed and bring in my Lapras, which was kind of an interesting move, but I did know that I had energy. Hit him with an Ice Beam, knock out his only counter to my Lapras. See that the Raichu is coming in. I switch to my Venomoth since Bug is resistant to Electric. Throw a Silver Wind, and that is game. Man, that was a really fun, quick game there. Next match is Quagsire, Lapras, Ivysaur versus Victreebel, Blaziken, and I don't even get to see his third Pokemon. We'll see how this goes. So, in comes Victreebel towards Quagsire. I need to get out of there quick. I switch immediately into Lapras. He switches immediately into his Blaziken, and we're exchanging counters, and now I'm throwing a Skull Bash. And you can see here that Skull Bash actually does decrease the damage from his counter from 14 to 11, but that doesn't matter because, like I said, Blaziken is an extreme counter to Lapras there. So I bring in my Quagsire to try to throw rocks on his fire here. He hits me with the Blaze Kick, not very effective. I throw out my Stone Edge, which, let's see if it connects, and it does, but he still has a shield. He brings out his Victreebel into my Ivysaur. This is all I got left. He still has 2 Pokemon. I throw out my last shield. He throws his Acid Spray. Down goes my defense. Out goes a return. And I get his last shield. Now we got shields down. Incoming attack, and it is a Leaf Blade, and that is game, because we both go down at the same time, but he still has a Pokemon in the back. Alright, you guys, thank you so much for watching my team building guide. I hope that helped a little bit. I will be releasing guides on each individual section. We got the grass types, we got the fire types, you have Blastoise, and you have Swampert. So I'll be doing 4 different videos on each one of those sections and trying to be building a team of each type to see which one is best. I really appreciate you guys. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.